Good morning, everyone. How are you? And a happy late Easter to you all. I hope that every single one of you watching this either live or watching the replay has had a fantastic Easter weekend and an incredible break. I think that's one really important thing, is that I really hope that all of you have had a wonderful break. I am actually coming live to you today from my hometown of Adelaide, which is amazing. I have come back for a bit of a holiday to visit some friends and family, and oh my God, I am just so ecstatic to be here. So I'm sitting here, I'm doing something very not normal for me, if you like. I'm sitting here on my laptop and on Zoom with not the best light, which is quite funny. And I'm looking at all the techie stuff in the background, and I haven't got it all sussed out. But you know what? The thing I love about being able to, is working for myself is that, and working from a computer, is that, you know what, we can take our business anywhere. Hello, beautiful Tina. How are you? And good morning to a Facebook user. Good morning. I don't know who that might be. I'm guessing Erin or someone like that. If you are logging on and if you are saying g'day, no matter where you're watching from, you can see I'm going live through StreamYard, which is a program. If you just go to the top, you will be able to find a link that will be able to take you to StreamYard and give StreamYard permission to see your name. That way, I will be able to see your name just like I can see Parmaze instead of hello, and then we've got Senley. So hello, beautiful Senley. How are you, gorgeous lady? Okay, so and obviously say hello. If you're popping on and watching the replay, please pop #replay so I can come back and say hi to you. Because even though I'm in a different state, I still want to come in and say hi to everybody. All right, my beautiful people. So I have got something quite different for you today. And quite honestly, I haven't planned anything for today. Normally I'm quite planned with these trainings, but I thought what I would do today instead is just pop in and have an open Q&A session with all of you. And just, if any of you would like to ask me any business questions whatsoever, if I can, I will answer them as best I can. Now, I'm not going to say that I know everything in business, and I'm not going to say that, you will get a very detailed answer. Because I'm literally going live for half an hour, but I will do my best to answer any questions you have. So in that, excuse me, if you do have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the chat now. Doesn't matter what it is about. If it's about mindset in business, if it's about something specific regarding social media, whatever it might be, pop it in the chat and I will do my best to answer it. In the meantime, I just want to talk, I just said before how I'm really hoping that all of you, as well as me, I'm hoping that all of you guys have managed to have a bit of rest and a bit of, R&R is what they call it, over the weekend, and that you've managed to have a bit of time off. Spend some time with your friends and family. Down tools from your businesses. Sometimes that is because our businesses are our babies. That is one of the hardest things to do. And I know that, especially as I've told you, I'm in Adelaide now. And so one thing that I am learning to do is to is really to manage my time as best as I can. And it's not about working 24/7, right? Or it's not about working 7 days a week. It is about making sure that you give yourself that much needed break, right? The brain break from all the stuff in to do with business. Now, it's really interesting because I think sometimes in business we can allow ourselves to become workaholics. We can do that with a normal day job as well, become workaholics, right? I know people who are absolute workaholics, right? They're home, all day, all night, and they're worried about what's happening at work. I used to be like that too. But what I see in business when we run our own businesses, because they're our babies, is that we, we tend to think about them all the time. Like when you have a baby, when you have a child, your child is there 24/7. Our businesses are there 24/7 as well. But we still need a break, right? We still need a break from, from children. That's why sometimes, I don't know about you, but when my beautiful children were growing up, they would go and have a weekend at grandma's. Or dad would take them out, right? Dad would take them out to the park just for a couple of hours, just so mum could have a break. And, this is reality. And this is what we all need a break, Parme, exactly. And so this is what I want to remind you guys. I really do sincerely hope that you had a really good weekend and a really good break. If you haven't, and if you didn't manage to do that, please, for your sakes, for your business's sake, for the refreshing your brain's sake, please give maybe sometime this week, take an hour or two just away from the business where you don't have to think about it. All right. Now, good morning, beautiful Rose. How are you, lovely? So just a reminder to anyone watching at the moment, this is an open Q&A session. So if you have any business questions, pop them in the chat and I will do my best to answer them. Now, we have our first, I don't know if this is a question. So from Senley, struggling getting paying clients and getting sustainable income from business. Any recommendations? Now, that is a really broad question, Senley. I'm just going to leave it up there for a second. I think my first question to you would be, what are you doing? What are you doing at the moment to be getting those paying clients? And I know we've had a few interactions, just a couple of interactions now on social media. How are you utilizing social media in itself to get out there? Or are you relying on word of mouth? What kinds of things are you doing? Like I know we've been in a market, we've been in an expo together recently. So I know that one of your gifts, Senley, is that you do lives very well. What I'm wondering actually, and I'm talking through this because what I'm wondering if maybe you might be giving away too much in your lives. Just maybe for everybody else's sake, Senley, would you like to put in the comments exactly what it is that you do? Just to give everybody else a little bit of background about what you do. Sometimes I think, and I have made this mistake as well, when we utilize social media for our business, we can go one of two ways, right? We put ourselves out there so much and we give away so much of ourselves that people feel that they've gotten enough from us, right? To not want to then want to pay for any further services, if that makes sense. Or the other way is on the other side of the spectrum, and I don't think this is you, Senley, we're not giving enough value for people to want more from us. I'm wondering, Senley, if you're the one, if you might be giving away a little bit too much on your social media, a little bit too much in your lives. And the other thing I would say is, what is your call to action? Is your call to action clear so people know what they need to do next to be able to come to work with you further? Here we go. So Senley, you've just replied. Great, thank you. Mainly online promotion. You offer readings, facilitate yoga nidra. Yes, you're giving too much. Exactly, darling. And I thought, like, it's what I love though is that it's not a bad thing that you're giving too much. What that says is that you really want to give to your clients. You've got a heart for giving. Okay. But the bottom line is, if we don't earn money in our business, then it's hard to stay in business. Okay. So my suggestion to you would be, is there something else besides when you're doing a free live, right? Like a live, like a 10-minute, even a 10-minute live or a half-hour live. is there something else that you can do rather than doing a free reading? If you're offering readings and these are the things that you want people to pay for, is there something else that you can offer? Like, could you explain to them how you do these readings? Explain to them about your spirit guides, how you contact them, or how you hear that. I'm not going to pretend to know the ins and outs of your business, darling. Explain to them what yoga nidra is. So that type of thing. Do you see what I mean? What do you mean giving away too much value? Definitely need to address call to action. Okay. What I mean is, and I'm going to use myself as an example here, Senley. I'm loving these questions. Is when I started as a business coach, right? We get excited. And again, there's one of two ways. We get so worried that we're going to give away all our good stuff at the top of the funnel, which is on social media, that we won't have enough to talk about later. And so we are very, very vague in what we talk about. I think what I have seen from you, and I'm going to say, and I'm just going to give you a plug here, Senley, because I think you deserve it. I was on a reading. I was on a live with Senley, and you gave me an incredible reading. And while I appreciated that, and I really did appreciate it, absolutely appreciate it, that would also have been something I would have paid for, if you get my drift. So is there a way, and I'm trying to remember what it was. It was you gave me a singing reading and it was beautiful. Maybe instead of, I don't know, maybe instead of that, you could have explained what the singing reading was and made a call to action. If anybody would like this reading or something like this, this is how you can contact me. Or put singing in the chat, right? So give a clear call to action of what you want people to go, where you want people to go next. Because I've said this before, every piece of content you put out there, you need to give it a job to do. Every piece of content, give it a job to do, which means putting a call to action out there. So I hope I'm answering that question, Senley. I think you're maybe giving away a little bit too much information, and maybe you could be talking about more of the how you do things, more of the why you do things, rather than showing them how. If they want to see how it's done, maybe one reading every now and then, and that's when you put that big call to action out. If you would like a reading like this, come and send me a message or put a word in the chat, whatever it is. Okay, you understand. Beautiful, Senley. I'm glad I could help you, beautiful lady. Now we have another question. Good morning, Natty. How are you? Lovely. Rose, I feel desperate to be successful. We feel desperate to be successful that we give away too much. Exactly. That is so true. We do. It is a real catch-22 in business. And can I just say, as someone who has now been doing this, this is my my third year in business, this type of business. It's my second year as a business coach. Okay. I'm learning every day, how much I'm learning my limits in how much I can give away before people, how do I put this? Before people will, learning how much I'm giving away without people feeling like I've given them enough that they won't pay for my services. Does that make sense? There was a time, 100%, and it wasn't that long ago, when I was getting people into sales calls and I was giving them so much information in these sales calls that they were feeling like I'd given them enough to walk away and be able to go on with their business. Now, I know I know myself that I have a lot more knowledge in there. I've got a crap ton of knowledge in here that I can share with people, right? And I do. I share it in my Heart and Soul Business Academy. But I was giving away so much information in these sales calls that people were thinking, oh, great, she's given me enough. I can just run with that. Now, I know as a business coach, they're going to need more, but they weren't yet seeing that. So I wasn't doing my job as well as I could have been. And I was giving away that because I was desperate to get the clients, I was giving away too much information. And hence people weren't signing up with me. It can be a catch-22. However, right, as I said, we all learn as we go. I have now learned that there is a certain line that I will get to in a sales call. And now what I will say is, if someone asks me a question and I know that that is valuable information that I will only give away to paying clients, I will say to them, that's the type of thing I teach in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. Can I tell you more about it? Right? Or that's the type of thing I talk to people about in my personal coaching sessions. Would you like to find out how you might, how you can work with me further? So things like that. And that's my call to action there. Now, if they say no, I need to respect that. Okay. There's ways that, and again, I teach this in the Heart and Soul Business Academy and to my private clients. There are ways that you can 100%, address I can't even think of the word, address the objections. That's the word. I think my brain's still a bit on holiday mode. But yeah, we absolutely need to learn to address the objections, we're all going to have them. We're going to have objections at the top of the funnel to get them into a sales call. You're going to have objections in the middle of the funnel on the sales call. Okay. And so we need to learn that. And again, I teach all of that in the Heart and Soul Business Academy. Hello, Ashley. How are you, lovely lady? Haven't seen you for a little while. Ashley is one of my Heart and Soul graduates, which is lovely. Senley, so setting business boundaries, learn what is the limit to give and stick to it. Yes, stick to it as much as you can. Learn what your boundaries are. And that might be a case of sitting down and writing down what your boundaries are. This can be confronting, but it's a really powerful exercise to do. Something that I've learned to do all the time is, whether it's after one of these lives, whether it's after a sales call, whether it's even after a training with my girls, is to sit down afterwards and, with a constructive mind, not a negative mind, right, is to nut out how I could have done that better. How could I improve that live? How could I improve? And I'll do this after this. I'll sit down after this. How could I have improved that Q&A session? After my training later today with my Heart and Soul clients, how can I improve that lesson for next time? Every time I have a sales call, okay, so I'm going to objectively, figure out what happened there, whether it went well or whether it went bad, doesn't matter. How could I improve that? Did I say something that I could have reworded or rephrased in a more positive manner or in a different way that might have maybe got me the sale or whatever it is, right? So never be afraid to constructively analyze what you're doing. And that will help you too to be able to set your boundaries as well, Senley, definitely. So I hope this is helping everybody. We've got 10 minutes left. So again, if there's any other questions, pop them in the chat. Good morning, Leslie. How are you, darling? Lovely to see you. As I said, if those of you who don't know, this is an open Q&A session for anything business. And while I keep saying I don't know everything, I'm doing my best. But while I'm waiting for some more questions, I will tell you a little bit about the Heart and Soul Business Academy, because I'm excited to say that we have actually opened up our mid-year. We've opened up for our mid-year intake. So we are doing our next round where we're over halfway through the current round, and we're now taking enrollments for our mid-year, which starts in July. Now, I know people are going to say, well, it's only April. And, that means April, May, June, like three months. That's too far away. Actually, it's the perfect time to come on in and join the Heart and Soul Business Academy, because when you do join, you actually get access to a whole heap of bonuses which lead into the academy very nicely. So again, if you'd like to know more about that, feel free to pop the word academy in the chat, and I will make sure that we get in touch with you and we'll book a mutual time to have a call about coming into the academy itself. Or if you would like private coaching, I am offering a few spots for private coaching, not very many, but I do offer a few spots for private coaching, and I've only got a couple left at the moment. So I've only got a couple open. So if you would like coaching, personal coaching, pop the word coaching if you'd like to find out more about that in the comments. And, again, for those of you who don't know, I think most of you on the call know a lot about what I do, but for those of you who don't, might be watching the replay, the Heart and Soul Business Academy and my private coaching is all about giving you a really holistic view of helping you grow your business, whether you are just starting in business, whether you've been in business for a little while, and you're not getting the growth that you want, or whether you are ready to scale to that next level in what you're doing. And I teach in 4 main areas, and we call them the 4 M's. Mindset is the first one, and I know people get me. People get sick of me talking about mindset, but I don't care. Because in business, you can have everything set up perfectly in the background. You can have all the tech that you want set up perfectly. You can have, all the automation done perfectly. But as a business owner, if you do not, on a daily basis, work on your mindset, because you are responsible, like I was saying, this is your baby, right? This is your absolute baby, your business. And if you don't continue to work on your mindset, you are going to struggle to keep yourself in business, to keep your energy up in business. Something that we all need in business, especially if we're utilizing social media, is energy. Right? So this is why I say mindset is always where I start. So mindset in business. The next thing is motivation. Motivation is all about understanding what your dreams are, but not only just having a dream, making goals out of your dreams, right? Bringing them down into goals that you can achieve, achievable goals, and breaking those big goals down into smaller goals and creating a plan of action to follow to be able to create those goals. And this is keeping you motivated to be able to achieve those goals and reach those dreams, right? Making those dreams come true. That's the motivation side of it. Then the next M is marketing. I'll get it right in a minute. Holiday brain is marketing. Now, mainly I teach social media, organic social media marketing. And obviously, if we don't market ourselves, we're not in business, right? I have a lot of people say to me, oh, look, I'll just build a website and I'll hope people and people can just book me through the website. Well, the bottom line is it's fantastic to have a website. It's even fantastic to have a Facebook business page, but no one is going to find it unless you get out there and draw them to it. And social media is the way to do that. And I understand, being a micro business myself, that we don't, when we're starting a business, we don't often have the budget to get out there and pay for Facebook ads, let alone the tech mindset. We don't understand the tech to get out there and do Facebook Live, Facebook ads, right? So this is why I love teaching organic social media marketing. Not only does it really, this is the way I've created my whole business. Not only is it, does it work, it is fun as well. And there's nothing I love more than doing organic social media marketing. And the fourth M is momentum. So it's putting these things in place, the mindset, the motivation, the marketing, and then it's how to keep the momentum up on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, all year long. So you can continue to build and grow and scale your business. So those are the 4 pillars that I mainly teach on. And again, the Heart and Soul Business Academy is a very holistic course. It goes for 16 weeks. And again, if you would like to know more about it, please feel free to put the word academy in the chat and we'll be in contact. Senley, that's a good question. Am I having a virtual expo in May? I sure am, my darling. We have an expo coming up on the 20, oh God, I always get my own dates right, the 25th, 6th and 7th of May. And yes, I have a virtual expo coming up. It is $50 to be a stall holder. This is a great place to practice exactly what we were talking about today, Senley. It's a great place to practice those lives and doing those calls to action. So yes, Senley, I will 100% send you more information on that, darling. Parme, my beautiful VA, if you wouldn't mind sending Senley a message, that would be unreal. Thank you. So keep an eye out on your inbox, Senley. We'll send you the info. Yes, so 26th, 25th, 26th, 27th of May for that. And we also have some spots open for sponsorships as well. If you are interested in being a sponsor, I think off the top of my head, I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 spots we've got left, but not very many. And they are, once they go, they go. So yes, if you would like more information on that, pop the word expo in the chat. All right, everyone. So this has been fun. I love these Q&As. It's really weird too. It is very weird for someone who is quite planned when I come. Most of you have seen my Tuesday trainings. I come live. I've got a PowerPoint. I know what I'm going to speak. All right. These Q&As are really fun because I never know the questions that you're going to ask. And I'm just going to quickly scroll through to check that I haven't missed any because I don't want to miss any. No, it doesn't look like I have. Great. Okie dokie. Cool beans. All right, everybody. So thank you for coming on today. Next week I will have another training for you. But no, these Q&As are fun. I do love them. If you're watching the replay and if you do have another business question, just tag me in the comment and pop it in the comments and I will come back and answer your question again as best I can, knowing I don't know everything, but I will certainly try and answer it if I can. So yeah, once again, if you would like information on the Heart and Soul Business Academy, which is an online group coaching course, pop the word academy in the comments. If you would like information on personal coaching, so that's one-on-one coaching with me, pop the word coaching in the comments. If you would like more information on my virtual expo, pop the word expo in the comments and we will make sure that we get all the details of those 3 different things to you. All right, everybody. Again, happy Easter, just gone. Have a fantastic short week. But if you're anything like me, it's going to be a busy week. And I will see you again next Tuesday for another Business Insight Growth training. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.